Come with me to do a range test with the new Antigravity A1 drone. We're taking it out to the beach. We're gonna fly to a lighthouse that is like 1.2 miles away. Let's get right into it. One of the things I really like about this setup is that everything stays in this little carry bag right here. So if I wanna travel light, I can. Okay, so the place that we're going to is called Pennfield Beach, and they've got a lighthouse there. Look at these numbers right here, if you can see that. 89 degrees today, high humidity. It says the real feel is 109. Come on now, but it is a beautiful day out. So flight conditions are perfect, although it's super hot and humid. That means it would be less efficient if we were going for long range and a lot of time, but since we're just gonna be doing a long range test, we're gonna be good to go. Don't forget to put on sunscreen. Okay, so that's only like a 10 or a 15-minute drive. It is beautiful out today. Like I said, it is 90 degrees, but hopefully this breeze, once we get up there, will drop that by another 5 to 10. It's gonna feel fantastic. So out yonder is the lighthouse in question, and what I love about this place is if you time it just right, like we have right now, you get low tide, so we can actually walk out there if we really want to. This is always my favorite place to test different drones and flights and stuff, because if something goes wrong and I'm way out there, I can at least land it and kind of retrieve it instead of it just going into the drink. If we're here any other time when it's high tide, literally the water is all the way up here. So this is why I come out when I do, and let's just get this thing set up and get right to it. And I love running out on this jetty right here. There's like so many big flat rocks. Perfect to post up a seat, launch a drone off of. I think this is probably gonna be the spot right here where we set up camp. And if you guys don't have one of these, this is my favorite right here. So let me bring this a little closer so you can check this out here. So this is basically a collapsible stool. Look at that. Sets up in 2 seconds, and then boom, it closes right back down. So I'm lazy, I don't like to stand when I fly, I like to sit. And this thing goes in my backpack just like you saw. Boom, it's like magic. And the part that's nuts about this is it literally just fits into this little box right here and keeps everything protected. You just unfold all the different arms. Don't forget to put down the landing gear. That's gonna protect the bottom camera right here. Now we're ready to go. Okay, and we're ready for takeoff. So we're gonna put this into sport mode right here, and we're gonna head out. So we just took off. Yeah, so you can see our height's at 52 feet for right now. We're just gonna go for it and see. What's really nice about the goggles and the internal recording is that it actually has pretty good audio. I'm wondering if it's gonna have any issues with the breeze here, but last time I checked it didn't, which was actually pretty great. So we're just gonna enjoy this really nice day and fly right out to the lighthouse and see how far we get. Hopefully we don't lose it, because I still got way more videos to record with this drone. And we'll just follow this little makeshift peninsula all the way out to the end first. And we've pretty much reached the tip for today's low tide, but like, let's just take a little look around. Down, around, there's the peninsula. You can see in the bottom right corner, we are 4,900 feet away from our launch. All right, but let's just do a little 360, kind of look at where we just came from. Beautiful day out today, like I said. Or you could also just use the drone by itself to rotate around, and then you don't have to move in your seat. But fantastic day out. Okay, let's carry on with the mission at hand. Okay, so we're here. So 6,400 feet, right? I don't feel like there's any latency or delay. I think this looks really good. Once again, you can look back and see where we're at. And if we just want to drop down a little bit, maybe we just want to go down, descend some, and maybe just get in here a little bit closer. See how things are. Yeah, I mean, I think this looks fantastic, yeah? So maybe we'll just fly around this, yes? We'll do a lap around it. A little glitchy, but not terrible. 6,700 feet, 6,800 feet. And it rose back up, which was good. Okay. Continuing around. So let's see if we get a little bit lower to the ground. Just for something a little more action-packed and dynamic. Obviously, being careful of people out for a leisurely stroll. Do you think we should test the return to home and the auto landing before we wrap this up? I do. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're just gonna press and hold this. Here we go. It's gonna be on autopilot and we're just gonna watch and wait and see what happens. I actually put the landing pad out now. It wasn't there before, but if this thing does its job the way it should, X marks the spot. I mean, I see myself there. I hear it coming in. It's right on top of me. I always like that. You can see exactly where the bottom center is of the drone. Let's see. Hands free, I'm not doing anything. Not gonna do it. Is it gonna find the mark? Look at that. It's right over the landing pad. Come on, are you serious? Look at that, perfect. So that's a wrap for our quick adventure to the beach. Then we go back home, jump in the studio, see what kind of clips we got, what kind of stuff we can actually reframe with this and do with it, and then we'll be good to go. So before I left, I wanted to test some of the ActiveTrack capabilities, and while it's really great at doing what it does, staying in position and following around me based on where I position it, it might not be the most user-friendly as a solo creator. In comparison, my Skydio 2 was by far the best active tracking drone I've ever owned, and for short range, all you needed was your phone, and if you had a beacon, you could even extend that up to 300 feet. The good news is that rumor has it that supposedly Anti-Gravity is working on a beacon themselves. So if they can adopt that kind of functionality, that'll easily fill in a hole that's been missing big time. And even though some of the smaller DJI drones can already do this, it's still just not as good as a Skydio 2. But as far as being a general use drone, the A1 is more than capable. The ability to capture multiple angles from a single flight, plus standard 360 reframing. And I know people love testing max range, but it's not very often that you're going to be flying a mile or more away, unless you live in a beautiful area with diverse terrain, maybe even rocky mountains like Colorado or Utah. You probably won't be doing long-range missions very often. So for me, so far so good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you found this video helpful, a like and subscribe is always appreciated, and if you have any questions, drop those down in the comments below.